Buenas tardes, amigos from Ajijic here in the Lakeside area. Okay, want to talk a little bit of follow-up with the last video I did. I had put up Spanish videos about learning Spanish, in which I did mention Duolingo. I believe I mentioned it a few times since it's September 2021. Okay, however, preparation can start at home. Before you get here, you can start Duolingo. But I'd strongly or highly recommend that you follow up with some Spanish classes. I did a little bit in reverse. I took a course in college, did quite well with it, but didn't get out there and practice with my peers or in the Mexican community in Detroit. And I forgot a lot of it and came to Cuernavaca a little more than 4 years ago. I went there and wow, I was really interested. He had a sincere desire to learn, but I started realizing it. I really needed to learn it then. Went to San Miguel de Allende, and although I was in a big enclave of expats, I realized the need of learning to learn Spanish and how would it help me. I took 4 classes at the biblioteca. I was assigned a teacher whom I still speak with today. She contacted me recently on WhatsApp, but I learned, and then I went back home, and I kind of didn't practice enough. Came back for my second snowbird season, which was full snowbird season, which was in Ajijic here. Practice, got around Spanish-speaking people. My friend's girlfriend, she noticed the improvement after being here for a while, going back and forth, traveling through Mexico, and she's gotten better too. Um, but I also, I didn't just sit on those 4 lessons and Duolingo. I will suggest, I will, and it's helped me. I can only share my experience. Um, get, take some Spanish courses. They're not like they're expensive up in the States. I know on the west side of Detroit, there's a big Mexican community, and they do offer Spanish classes, and they're quite expensive. And that's just the way it is in the U.S. Everything's higher, but over here, you can learn Spanish, take Spanish classes really inexpensively, be among your peers, practice with each other, and you'll get along fine. You can practice it and do it. Now, I know there are Spanish courses, once again, at the American Legion in Chapala, introductory and beginner lessons, also at the Lake Chapala Society, and Gabby has some going on Wednesdays at the Peacock Garden. Now, there's a gentleman in my community who teaches Spanish to expats. I introduced him to a guy, and this guy from Toronto, he was down in Colombia, different places he's lived throughout his years, and he's going to give a guy one-on-one lessons, really inexpensive. But he also teaches the Mexican residents English for free. He teaches them at the biblioteca. Now, Duolingo alone, I don't believe is going to cut it totally. You have to be out there and practice. And when you're in those coffee shops or you're in those donut shops and you're sitting down with some expats, show them where you're at. Let them know. Use your Spanish and you will grow. It's like when helping others, you're helping yourself because you're going to reinforce what you learn if you take whatever it is, Duolingo. I suggest also taking classes, but you will reinforce what you learn. So doing that on a regular basis will help a person grow. Now, I know a lot of people who are brilliant. I know a banker, I'll give you an example, or other people with multiple degrees. Just when it comes to languages, they couldn't handle a Spanish class. Smart people, very successful people all their lives, but when it comes to Spanish, they just can't handle it. So that's when I recommend Duolingo to them. Do it at your own pace. And then when you like it, then get into Spanish classes. Speak with the people. Don't always be speaking English. Hang out with other expats who are speaking Spanish as well. Now, I hang out with all over Lakeside with people who don't speak Spanish, expats, but I I enjoy being around people who like to practice it. If you ask any of my friends in those coffee shops, donut shops, we practice it amongst each other. And when we're doing that, we're reinforcing what we learned too. And do that with the Mexican residents as well. Um, so it's not hard, you know. You can do it. You know, I've been doing it for 4 years, and this has opened up many doors to me during the last 4 years, and gradually you can get better and better at it. And am I fluent? No. Have I been coming here for 20 years? No. Have I made progress in 4 years? I think quite a bit. And I can now travel a lot easier to many different countries, regions all over Mexico, different states. I've been in Cuernavaca, and I think about going back sometimes for a visit. I can easily go back to San Miguel. It's like here, it's lakeside. Anyone can get along in either place, whether you speak Spanish or not, pretty much. And but I can go and live today. A couple years ago, living in the idea of living or going to Cotepec, no way. But today I can say I can function and also live in Jocotepec in other areas of Mexico. Now I'm sharing this with you, and I'm going to give you another example. There's a man I know, he's been here for about 8 years. He's got one beautiful car. He's a former banker from the East Coast, and he's been here, and he dates women from the U.S. or Canada because they speak English. But he really has a desire to also, he meets nice women who are Latinas as well. But he just can't get over that edge and get over that threshold to learn Spanish. He's a great guy. He'll give you the shirt off his back. Highly educated guy, but he just can't get, over that threshold. And I suggest to him, as I do other people, and I have helped people by sending them over to the Lake Chappelle Society, American Legion, and Gabby's workshop, and they're learning. But he wants to date Latinas too. He wants that opportunity. He wants to see, he likes, to date different types of women, also from Mexico and this area. And I said, well, there's a couple over there. I know those two women over there. They're fluent in English and Spanish. And but then he says, well, sometimes I run into a woman who she only speaks Spanish, or she speaks very little English, and I can't be holding my phone or my translator all the time. It just doesn't work. And I told him, take those couple extra steps. Go out there and try using whatever methods you want, but in addition to those, take classes, and you'll find out that people will appreciate your effort, appreciate your effort as well, and they'll work with you. And it's kind of like if you want to learn Spanish, hang around people who are actually studying it, sitting in those coffee shops and cafe, and test each other a little bit, see where they're at in their Spanish, and you'll find out, and you can help them. And we all help each other. Some of us are at different levels and comprehensions, and I'm nowhere near what I was when I first came to Mexico 4 years ago, but there's always room. I'm not fluent. I don't consider myself fluent. Got a long ways to go, but I'm still there. I'm there. I'm up in those other levels of comprehension and understanding, and it's done a lot for me. And that's why I'm sharing this video with you. So with that, I'll close this video. Give Spanish classes a try in addition to whatever you're going to do in Duolingo. Working at it with other friends and other Mexican residents, because you got to remember, heard this saying years ago, birds of a feather flock together. So hang with people. When you're in those coffee shops and cafes whether you're with your expat friends, speak with each other, and you will grow in effectiveness and understanding not only your life here in your retirement, but the Mexican people in general as well. You'll understand them a little bit more too. So with that, thanks for viewing. Have a great day. Buenos Aires, once again from Ajijic in the Lakeside area. Tap on that notification bell for upcoming videos. And also, I may re-upload some of the videos that I put up about learning Spanish and getting into the culture more, and also the doors that it's opened up for me and many people before me and people coming in now. So with that, thanks for viewing. Have a great day. Buenas tardes.